Let's now look at the various phases of a project and apply the principles to our politician's promotional video. The first step is to define the parameters the project must operate in. Objectives. In this case, to produce a punchy 1 to 2 minute promotional video that sells the politician and her policies to the electorate. Scope. The nature and style of the film is to be to the production. The nature and style of the film is to be left to the production company. They can film whatever they choose for the purpose of making the film, but the politician has ultimate veto on any element or footage used. The politician also insists that a section of a forthcoming political speech be included. Constraints. All projects have the constraints of time and money. In this case, the project must be completed and delivered 1 month before polling day, and the budget is a fixed fee of £12,000. Additional constraints include an insistence that all personnel go through a vetting procedure to ensure they are not members of rival political parties. Costs. The costs of all the elements required must be accounted for. Where costs cannot be defined exactly, such as the number of videotapes, an accurate estimate will suffice. Do not overestimate for individual costs, as a margin of error should be included only at the macro level. Here the total costs are estimated at £9,600 or £10,080 with a margin of 5%. This leaves a profit for the company at just under 20%. Resources. List everything you will need for the project: camera, sound, lighting, makeup, transport, catering, etc., etc. Your staff will make their own list. For example, for the camera operator, camera, tripod, videotapes, filters, and so on. Deliverables, or the physical object to be made. The politician wants a DVD to be delivered to every household in her constituency, roughly around 5,000 dwellings. You must be clear on the deliverables in order to ascertain the costs and the work involved. For example, should the DVDs be in a clear plastic wallet, a card wallet, or in a plastic case with a sleeve? The choice of this will affect the profit margin for the company. Strategy. This is how the project is going to be undertaken. In order to keep the costs down, the project manager wishes to shoot all the footage in 2 days. A detailed shooting schedule and storyboard allows them to know broadly what they will shoot and where. Risks. No one can prepare for every eventuality, but it is important to consider significant risks. In this case, it is planned to shoot some footage of the politician mingling with the public. The risk is that she will get a bad reception, or worst case scenario that she will be pelted with eggs. When defining a risk, have a backup plan. In this case, an alternative storyboard could be developed so that the street footage can be left out if necessary. Or possibly sympathetic volunteers could be co-opted to be on the street when the camera is shooting. Roles and responsibilities. The project manager has ultimate responsibility for the project, but it is essential that they delegate both work and responsibility for subsections of the project. For example, it is intended that the film crew will film the politician at leisure, whilst the design crew attend her home and prepare it for an interview later in the day. The project manager cannot be in 2 places at once and delegates one of the jobs to a subordinate.